Hi Scorpios, and welcome to your first edition for the series of Mirror Mirror on the Wall. Now I know this comes from the famous movie Snow White, but the message here is not really so much on the vanity of that the saying kind of upholds, but more on the vanity and jealousy, but more so on towards focusing on yourself as opposed to the love readings that I do monthly. I also now want to incorporate more um, readings about like your emotional state and how you feel within, and like your everyday life kind of situations, because not everybody always wants to hear about love. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it, and I'm just gonna get started into your reading. So Scorpios, right off the bat, um, the first card that popped out for you was the Wheel of the Year, which is a very fortunate card. Well, it's also known as the Wheel of Fortune in the other decks. But for you to have this card come out, I feel like this is very, very important because this is showing where you are emotionally right now. So for the month of October, Scorpios, I feel like you guys are focused on momentum and moving forward because change is inevitable. And that's exactly what this card kind of represents. It's like things are going in forward motion. And forgive me, I have a bit of a cold if I keep sniffing. So I feel like you want to put the wheels in motion and move more towards success and good fortune. You may even feel lucky or that a good surge of luck is coming for you soon. And events may be moving out of your control or in a way that's out of your control, but at the end of the day, it's beneficial to you. Um, Unexpected events and actions from others may be benefiting you in some way. But definitely when this card appears, you can kind of expect a surge of good luck up until for like 6 months. So that's actually brilliant. And so truly, Scorpio, I advise you to believe, truly believe in things, in positive things, because what you think and focus on and work towards now, especially with Jupiter being in your sign coming in October 10th, then you're unstoppable, because this Jupiter will give you an extra push in the right directions that you need to go. So don't really take this card showing up lightly, because this card is kind of like the luck card, or it's kind of like reinforcing you or highlighting to you that all the things that you wish to kind of pursue or that you want to pursue, luck is on your side now. So you should definitely believe in it and definitely strive for it. Okay, Scorps? Um, this could be the start of something prosperous, or this could be you raking in the awards or benefits from past movements and success, or investments that you made previously. But whatever the scenario, I feel like you are right. You are on the right track, Scorp. So, round of applause for you. Um, Basil. These what I like about these cards. They have a symbolism of plants and animals to what this card can represent and how it can pertain to everyday life. So beautifully, they have the hawk here painted in here, and the hawk symbolizes empowerment, fearlessness, and the life force. And with the basil here growing on the ground, basil symbolizes energy and a deflecting of negativity, and it shows and represents luck. So that's actually awesome to have that card come out here first. And what is kind of affecting your emotional state? I feel like your emotions are being affected by values that you hold that may be outdated, or on focused on what is the correct way to get to a certain destination. Okay, because you got the Seven of Ultimate in reverse. This card is a sneaky card, literally, because a lot of times tarot readers, even myself, we often depict this card as being a sneaky card. Yeah. But the underlying tone of sneakiness is basically having things mapped out and highly sought after creative thinking to be ahead of the game. So that's not always a bad case. So right now with this card coming up in reverse, I feel like you may be thinking about cutting corners and not putting in the needs and effort, and you feel slightly out of sync and balance with your solar and lunar energy. Because also for the clarifying card, I asked, what is the clarifying card of this card in reverse? And then you got the also in reverse. On the contrary, you got the crone card in reverse, or which is symbolic to the strength card in reverse. So there may be an imbalance of solar or lunar energy, or an imbalance of masculine and feminine energy. And when that happens to us, we're kind of in like a weakened state, or not at our highest self, or not, we don't feel that strong, because balance is very important in life. You shouldn't be operating too much on one aspect, no more feminine, not more masculine. Balance is very, very crucial. Whether you're a woman, you need masculinity. And if you're a man, you need sensitivity and feminine ways. Um, this card upright symbolizes strategically mapping out your plans in order for you to win and be a step ahead over adversaries, and to astound yourself along the way, to show you that you have what it takes to overcome any obstacle, because you used your clever brain and wit to get there. But prudent planning needs to be done. But you worried about figuring out how to do something or how to accomplish something, or wondering if you have what it takes, maybe slightly timid. It may be causing you to be timid. It's definitely a card of calculated moves and taking a step ahead. But in the reverse, please just don't try to cut corners, because I feel like that is what is affecting your emotions, or that's what you're kind of hung up on, and it making you timid and tense, and not really sure which way to move forward. So please, just do like this sneaky way of this card and map things out, have creative thinking, so that you can kind of especially leave opponents behind and unprepared. All right. And in this card, the botanical that grows is ferns. Ferns grow here, stimulating confidence, defense, and security. All right. And you have the pearl cat, which symbolizes determination and independence. Both key vital allies in this card to help you to kind of understand what this card means. I hope that makes some sense to you, Scorpios. And then also, Scorpios, how you can help your emotional state and better your emotional state. You have the witch card. Now, the witch is someone who weaves her own destiny and has her crow as her ally. See the crow up here? And the crow's basically a symbolism of magic and manifestation. She is in super control of her destiny because she is skillful and masterful. The power of rituals and affirmations added to your daily routine will help you create the life that you want, Scorpios. So incorporate symbols, practices into your life can bring more abundance to you. Work on your crafts and your skills that uplift you. And the fact that she is portrayed making a concussion outside in nature is also an important aspect to notice. You need to connect with nature and more of the natural ethics of life. Anyone that tells you it's bad to work on certain personal rituals or to meditate, anything like that, that is false. That could never be so far from the truth. Okay, and rituals does not have to be something as bold and as scary, and I say that in quotations, as witchcraft. It can be simply something as meditating or praying each day to help raise your vibrations. Okay, And when you do this, it may be clever to always have the elementals at your side, like the use of crystals, which symbolize earth, the incense for air, or if it's not incense, if it's herbs like sage and stuff for air, candles for fire, and water or holy water for water. All right? And remember to always direct your energies and focus toward the higher good or greater good of all. No bad practices, okay? Because it can come back to you tenfold. The the herbs and trees in this one, you have ginger roots that she's dropping into the cauldron here, and that is a symbolism of highlighting success and swift action. Okay, moving along for Scorps, your family influence in your life right now for October, you have received the Knight of Wands in reverse. I feel like this is basically saying that Scorpios are pretty much with this Knight of Wands in reverse, and with this saying your family's influence in life, I feel like this is pertaining to you may be trying to distance yourself from family right now. And what solidified that for me was the clarifying cards that jumped out afterwards. Now, all of these cards came out at once, and I was about to put them back until I turned them over and looked at the face of all of them, and they all have a vital meaning to this, and they all add to what I feel is the message here. We've got the Oak King, who's hanging from a tree, who surrenders. You've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Then you've got the Nine of Pentacles upright. And then the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, which is known as the family card. So that definitely speaks for itself. So you may be distancing yourself from family right now. All right? And the drama and the recklessness and aggressive energy. And I say that because this card can speak of aggressive energy outright, this Knight of Wands. So if it with it being in reverse, it may be you wanting to try to get away from that or to stop that from happening. If there are inheritance or money issues, I feel like you or them may be out to get, because you've got Three Pentacles card, which is earth, which is tangible, practical, money, finances, all right? And you've got Two Pentacle cards in reverse, this Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and this Three of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like there is no unity. Everyone may be, I feel like you or everyone involved may be out for themselves. You may be cooling off and taking a step down or a step back and are waiting to see how the cycle unfolds and who ends up with what if money disputes are underway. You want to focus, I feel like you want to focus more inwards to see what needs to be released for a new space to bring new things in, and that is exactly what this card represents. External and internal house cleaning, a form of detachment, definitely having a conversation with your conscious and your subconscious. I'm not going to read all the herbs and the animals in this card, but in these cards, but I will point out the highlighting the one in this one, the Oak King. He is hanging from an oak tree for once, which is a very strong tree for wisdom. And also the alleys in this tree, in this card, you have a robin, which signifies change of awareness of cycles, as well as the yellow horse, the yellow ghost growing here at the bottom of the tree, and that is highlighting and reinforcing the humble, relaxed feel of surrender within this card. Your work ethic, you have you, the Queen of Chalices. Now, if you're a male, this can be the King of Chalices. This is a gender-neutral reading. So if you coming up here, I feel like you are very in tune with your surroundings, and you are more interested in following your heart's truest desire this month. Your psychic senses may be guiding you in all the right investments or situations or collaborations. And or this could be, or you or someone you work with is a good confidant with good empathy and sympathy. And people may be coming to you for advice and work and trust your ideas. But the downfall of this card, it may be that you may be extra sensitive and be absorbing energies that the Queen of Chalices, because the Queen of Chalices is like a sponge. The Chalices is the Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio is the water sign. So You being so understanding, you may be absorbing things like a sponge and empathetic, but it may be cause a detrimental to your health, so just be aware of that. And if you are the boss of a company, I feel like the people love you and feel comfortable working with you. It almost feels like a family community kind of feel. And even if you're not blood related. The crab in this card, coming out of the water, symbolizes creativity, sensitivity, and emotions. How you are viewed right now, I feel like, as the peacemaker. These two cards jumped out together, the Earth Mother and the Four of Chalices. So I feel like you are the peacemaker. And then I asked for a clarity card, and then the Queen of Wands came out. So you are, right now, to people, you are the clever peacemaker who always has the right things to say, even if it may come across in a snappy or witty way. People see the warmth behind your words and your actions. And in your surroundings and home, you offer a cool and relaxing atmosphere that warms hearts and helps others to increase their confidence in what they can and cannot accomplish. And to a lover and kids, you may be their sanctuary. Okay, literally with this Four of Athame here. And the symbolism of this lily of the valley, which is growing against the river, it brings calm and healing and peace. And then what's swimming in the river is a loon, which is for serenity and peace as well. See the loon there? Alright, Scorps. Your emotions seem definitely in check this month, or if not, you are definitely getting them in check. So I'm happy for you. No. You should focus your time. You've got the Five of Athames in reverse. This is not a bad card, but it can be detrimental to your health if you're always worried about people pleasing too much, or always trying to have one up on people. Now, I'm further describe. Focus on not trying to prove yourself too much. Release the thoughts of feeling like you have to be the best at everything. Because any unhealthy thought you have about competition or about winning or selling yourself over the top is detrimental to your health. And on the flip side, don't block yourself out of fear or defeat of not being able to compare to others. The flowers that are growing here on the table are geranium, which is rose geranium is actually one of my favorite scents. These are essential oils. It's to help to overcome anxiety and boost confidence. And the peacock, which sits in the windowsill, the peacock is represented in helping you to manifest what you want, not what you don't want or not what you don't have. Because we all know that the law of attraction, the law of attraction here with the wheel of fortune or the wheel of the year is very, very symbolic to the law of attraction, and this is in the same line as this, okay? Your hopes, your aspirations and dreams, Scorps, the first card that came out, you had the King of Chalices in reverse. So I feel like, and then I wanted a clarifying card for this, and then what came out was more than I expected or more than I bargained for, but I chose to keep it because I feel like they all tell the story perfectly for what I feel like your hopes and wishes are for right now, Scorp. You've got the Eight of Chalices, you've got the Three of Wands, you've got the Two of Athame, and then you've got the Two of Wands in reverse. What this story unfolds for me is that I feel like you want to go and follow your dreams. It's the Eight of Chalices, if I can grip it. You want to go and follow your dreams. This computer's shocking me. You want to look yourself dead in the eye and face yourself. And all the uncomfortable things you may normally keep hidden, you want to deal with them now. You want to be a better version of yourself. because this card came up in reverse, yeah? I feel like you want to make more use of your talents because this Two of Wands is in reverse. You feel like you're capable of doing so much more. You want to make decisions and get recognized for your talents, make more use of your talents. So to turn these wands in reverse to upright. And also so that you can see some expansion and unions in fruitful collaborations with this Three of Wands here. Because it takes a team, not just you, Scorpios. You have to kind of learn to trust other people to help you. You feel you wasn't utilizing yourself properly before and you want to feel useful, okay? And I'm just going to read the animal and the herbs in the King of Chalice card. For the King of Chalice card, you receive bees. The bees here depicted are showing abundance and connections, power and support. And this globe thistle, this vibrant royal blue flowers here, is for connections and empowerment as well as confidence in yourself. Beautiful, beautiful scopes. How we doing? 20 minutes. Okay. And then scopes, right? The last I thought I turned my sorry about that. The outcome, or what I like to call this, the man or the woman in the mirror this month, is the beautiful, gregarious, expansion, optimistic sun. That is awesome because I feel like this beautiful radiating energy that shows progress, good health, community building and accomplishment, satisfaction in the self, which is actually brilliant and beautiful. All right, and then the sunflowers grow in this card, and sunflowers are symbolisms of joy and well-being, and the eagle is soaring up above, and that is showing success and achievement. So this is really, really brilliant, Scorpios, and I'm really happy for you. Let's see what the overall message is in this reading for Scorpio. What is the overall message in this reading? Squirrel. Squirrel speaks up. This is the Madison cards, Native Indian American inspired. Gathering. Squirrel, you have gathered nuts by the score, exactly predicting if you need more. Teach me to take no more than I need, trusting great mystery to harvest the seed. Squirrel teaches you to plan ahead for the winter when the trees are bare and the nuts have long since disappeared. Brilliant card. Squirrel medicine can come in many forms as this furry creature is very diverse in nature. The erratic behavior of squirrel has bested many a forlorn hunter, and it thus stands to reason that there are benefits to being able to circle a branch at lightning speed. This erratic behavior of squirrel can also get nerve-wracking if you are dealing with persons who have squirrel medicine. Trying to calm them down enough to accomplish something may drive you nuts. Memory saying here, you may feel like you're not able to accomplish everything. The gathering power of squirrel medicine is a great gift. It teaches you how to gather and store your energy for times of need. It teaches you to reserve something for future use, whether it be judgment, an opinion, a savings account, candles, or extra food. To put in a nutshell, squirrel is the Boy Scout of the animal kingdom, always prepared. In today's world of changing times and fortunes, again, changing times and fortunes, It is the wise person who prepares for the future. Our prophecies have all spoken of the end of the millennium and the changes to come. Squirrel is a friendly medicine to hear in light of possible future rainy days. Its message is to be prepared, but not to go nuts with it. Love yourself enough to gather the goods that will meet your needs in times of scarcity. even if that time never comes. If Squirrel Madison has scurried into your cards today, it may be telling you that being sorry. Oh, I keep losing my. It may be telling you. It may be that you are told to honor your future by readying yourself for change. The message could be to lighten your load if you have gathered too many things that do not serve you. These things can include thoughts, worries, pressures, stresses, or gadgets that have been broken for years. In understanding the balance involved in gathering, you need to look at the idea of circulating this stock of what you have gathered. Call the nearest thrift store and give the gadgets to someone who can benefit from them. If something no longer grows corn for you, then it is time to let it go. Squirrel has another lesson which can aid you if you observe what is obvious, and which can prepare you for anything. It has to do with the safe place in which you put your gatherings. This safe place is an untroubled heart and mind, and that which is gathered to put in this place is wisdom and caring. The energies gathered will set your mind and heart free so that you will know that all will be taken care of in its own time. Apply this to your fears about the future and they will vanish. That I really hope that you guys like this. You guys is actually the first the first reading that I've done for this. Let me know in the comments how you feel. Enjoy the rest of October, especially if it's your birthday.